Hey everybody, David Meyer. I am the author of The Big Adventure. I'm also the creator of the Infinitely Powerful Souls Mastermind Group. We are part of an international mastermind community that operates according to the Golden Rule. We apply the Mastermind Principle exactly the way Napoleon Hill described in the book Think and Grow Rich. And we create multiple sources of income through the Mastermind Principle in this mastermind community. Right now, I have 3 sources of income through this mastermind community. You can create financial freedom here while applying the Mastermind Principle, which Napoleon Hill said through the Mastermind Principle, you can accomplish more in 1 year than the average person could on their own in a lifetime through their own efforts. So that's what we're doing here is we're applying the Mastermind Principle every single week. We're masterminding with like-minded people that want to grow and bring joy into our lives. I think it was Brendan Burchard, the highest paid performance coach in the world, that said, surround yourself with people that bring joy and growth into your life. And that's what we do here every single week. So the way this works out is we have different people that are members of this mastermind group. I have a very relaxed, setup, and policy. If you feel a calling in your heart, mind, and soul, be here with us physically. But if you have other engagements, if you have other things going on in your life, please feel free to take advantage of the time freedom you have in your life to spend with the people you love and care about, to do the things that you love and care about, to do the things that are important to you. And I record this video on YouTube, so anybody who is a member of our mastermind group can watch this video and get value here. And I can be of service to humanity through this mastermind group and what we're doing here. So I am so glad you are here. Welcome to this Infinitely Powerful Souls Mastermind Group and our Infinitely Powerful Souls Mastermind YouTube channel. I'm going to invite Nikki Langley in here. Hi, how are you doing? Might take a little while, or maybe I think you're muted, Nikki. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Infinitely Powerful Souls Mastermind Group. If you can unmute yourself so you can say some words of wisdom to us. Nikki Langley, I believe you're a Bob Proctor consultant. This would be your first meeting with our Infinitely Powerful Souls Mastermind Group. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm driving right now, so I'm trying to still be safe and listen in.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So I want you to be as safe as you possibly can, and I will go through our slides, and I will, my goal is to provide as much value as I can to everybody today. Some of our members of our group weren't able to attend today, so I'm going to record this on YouTube so they can take advantage of it when they are able to. One of our members, Mark Newby, is a very busy man, works a lot of hours. Deanne, she's very busy as well. And then Carmen is also very busy. I think we're all busy these days. So I'm going to share my screen for the people that are watching this on YouTube, in the YouTube world. Thank you so much for being here, Nikki. And I'm going to pull up my slides that I put together on the Isn't It Wonderful manifestation technique by Neville Goddard. This is a very, very fascinating form of prayer that I definitely wanted to share with people today. And my little baby, Isabella Ann Meyer, she's running around doing things, being cute like usual. All right, I'm pulling up my slideshow. So I'm not sure, Nikki, if you're familiar with Hawaiian spirituality or Huna wisdom, but I am going to share the Isn't It Wonderful technique as taught by Joseph Ally today, and then also go over Huna wisdom, Hawaiian spirituality. That's been something we've been talking about in our mastermind groups a lot lately, and I think it really applies to the teachings of Neville Goddard and all of these mystics that taught us how to contact and release the limitless power of our subconscious mind. So this is the Infinitely Powerful Souls Results-Oriented Mastermind. Today we are talking about the Neville Goddard Isn't It Wonderful prayer, and we are looking at it through the eyes of Huna wisdom or Hawaiian spirituality. This is what this Infinitely Powerful Souls Mastermind group was. This is the inspiration here. So we read this quote at the beginning of every single meeting. So it says, your soul has a special mission. Your soul is supremely conscious of it. Maya, illusion, or forgetfulness make you feel that you are finite, weak, and helpless. This is not true. You are not the body. You are not the senses. You are not the mind. You are the soul, which is unlimited. Your soul is infinitely powerful. Your soul defies all time and space. This is a quote from Sri Chinmoy. He's a mystic. I don't believe he's alive anymore, but he's telling us right here that our soul is the most powerful force in the universe. And that's why the name of this mastermind group is Infinitely Powerful Souls, because your soul is another word for your subconscious mind, your deeper self, your true self, your real self. So we are part of an international mastermind community called Noble Goldman. And through this international mastermind community, we are each given a free profile where we can keep track of all of our high performance success habits. Ethan, please be quiet. I'm trying to record this. Ethan. We keep track of our high performance success habits through our Noble Goldman profile. We also can create multiple sources of income through this international mastermind community. I now currently have 3 different sources of income through this mastermind community. I'm going to go over one of those today. And we focus on these different areas: the quality of your life, the experiences, your personal life, your love life, your spiritual development, what we call the abundance game. That's your profile that you get as a free member of our international mastermind community. You get to play the abundance game, which is the game of life. And we focus on personal development, goals, high performance success habits. So I'm going to read the mission statement here quickly. Noble Goldman is an international is a conscious, aware, and engaged global community of abundance and freedom creators. Our mission is to create 1 million millionaires who are free from the time for money paradigm. We focus on creating multiple streams of income through masterminding, team building, and the effective utilization of the internet-based platforms. The mastermind becomes an opportunity for self-mastery, where the self-transcendent shift from the me to the we to the us occurs. As congruence and engagement increases, the world's consciousness is then raised one meaningful and inspired relationship at a time. And then really briefly, I'm going to share with you the NG Vault affiliate program for anybody watching on YouTube, for any of our members that are going to be watching this later. For Nikki Langley, I'll explain briefly how this works. So the NG Vault affiliate program is one of our sources of income here at the International Mastermind Community, which is known as Noble Goldman. It's an affiliate program where you have access to an extraordinary, unbelievable amount of personal development, leadership development, coaching programs. And it's a subscription-based service that you would pay $100 every single month for. And it's an affiliate program. So when you build a team of 10 people that are masterminding with you every single week, and they're taking advantage of this affiliate program, your annual commissions on that team of people that are masterminding is $6,000 per year. And it's a 3-tier system. So the second year, as those people build their teams and start building their mastermind communities and their mastermind groups, your annual commissions would grow to $24,000 per year as your team grows to 100 people. And then the third tier, as those people duplicate that process and bring more people into the international mastermind community and take advantage of this affiliate program known as NG Vault, the annual commissions can go up to $144,000 per year. So this is one of our most lucrative, and it is one of the most exciting programs we offer as far as multiple sources of income through the Mastermind Principle, as described in the book, Think and Grow Rich. All right, on to the good stuff. So Dr. Robert A. Russell said, in the universe, there is but one law, one presence, one power, and one substance. So this is what we're talking about. Dr. Robert A. Russell was a master of metaphysics. I'm sure Nikki Langley could do a whole mastermind class on that, and I would love for her to do that for us someday and tell us a lot about that, because she knows a lot more about it than I do, my friends. You will meet in life the exact reproduction of your own thoughts. This is by Dr. Joseph Murphy. That is the way this law works, is that our life becomes the exact reproduction of our thoughts. So the more you control your thoughts, Earl Nightingale was very clear that the degree to which we control our thoughts determines the degree to which we control our destiny and every single thing in our lives. So I'm going to go over the 7 principles of Huna magic, and then we're going to watch a video on the Isn't It Wonderful technique. And then I have a worksheet that, you can watch this a little bit later, Nikki. Just watch the worksheet part and you can put together your worksheet. It's a Isn't It Wonderful worksheet, and it just kind of helps you strategize the prayer technique and implement it into your life. So there's 7 principles of Huna magic or Hawaiian spirituality. The first of which I think is one of the most fascinating is called Ike, and it is the world is what we think it is. So whatever we think this world is, that's what our world becomes. The second principle of Huna magic or Hawaiian spirituality is there are no limits or limitations on what your world can become. The only limitations that exist is on what you think it can become or what you think it is. And then the third principle is mana, which means all power comes from within. So all the power in the universe is within us. And just by teaching somebody that principle, you empower yourself and you become more powerful. The fourth principle is called manawa, which is now is the moment of power. This moment, if you change a thought, you literally will change your entire destiny. You will completely and totally transform your whole life if you take advantage of this moment right now. The fifth principle is makaya, which means energy flows where your attention goes. Sixth principle is aloha, which means to love is to share the happiness of the breath of life. So anytime we are happy with something or someone or any part of our world that we're happy, that is a form of love, and that is us extending the love from within our hearts in applying this Huna magic or this Hawaiian spirituality. And then the seventh, which I think this really speaks volumes about the Isn't It Wonderful technique, is a principle in Huna magic called effectiveness is the measure of truth. And what this means is even if we don't believe something works, if it works, that is the only thing that matters in Hawaiian spirituality or Huna magic. So we could watch this video we're going to watch on Isn't It Wonderful by Neville Goddard, and we could think to ourselves, that will never work. That's just silly, nonsense. But if it's worked for somebody, then we already know that it's effective and powerful and that there's truth behind it. And if it works for us, regardless of whether we believe in it or not, that is the only thing that matters. It's called, the seventh principle is called pono. The first principle is called ike. And when you put ike and pono together in Hawaiian language, those two words combine to make the word wisdom. So we're going to watch this video here quickly. And I believe that Nikki will be able to hear it. This is by Joseph Ally. If you haven't been introduced to this gentleman, Nikki, I highly recommend you check him out. He is a very, very fascinating manifestation expert.
Hi, my name is Joseph Ally. Welcome to my channel. And today I want to talk about the Isn't It Wonderful technique. This is a technique utilized and taught by Neville Goddard. It is a very simple technique. It can be used for many different imaginal acts, many different desires. It's actually one of the most effective ways to manifest things. And so I want to break down a little bit what the technique actually is, when you should use it, and what you should expect when you use it. So before we begin, there's a worksheet with this. Download it, it's in the description. Also, hit the like button. People who wouldn't normally be able to see this video will be able to see it if you hit the like button. Hit the subscribe and bell icon if you want exacting techniques on how to manifest anything. If you want money, if you want love, if you want health, whatever it is that you want, I teach step by step how to modify the subconscious mind to get what you want. So jumping into it then. I remember when. No. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Now, to say that, how can you expect to manifest something that you want, right? Oftentimes we're told we have to imagine exactly what we want in order to get exactly what we want. But there is the first idea into maybe why you would want to use this technique. So the technique itself can be used by people who, A, don't necessarily know exactly what they want, or they're uncertain of the specificity of what they want. But you can still get exactly what you want with this, but why does it work? So, and how does it work? The idea is to, while you are falling asleep, or if you are just imagining in general, you repeat the phrase, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Now, the premise behind it is, if you are saying, isn't it wonderful, it's because something wonderful has happened. Now, that's what manifestation is. It is imagining the thing that we want, and then it impresses the subconscious mind, and then God pushes it out. So the end result becomes replicated. A bridge of incidents unfolds and pushes you towards that end. So if we're saying to ourselves, isn't it wonderful? Then what we're doing there is impressing the subconscious mind with that idea, isn't it wonderful? And then a bridge of incidents will unfold and bring us exactly to a point in space where we are experiencing something wonderful. And as I said, this is very good. You can do this if you have no desire to manifest anything specific. As you fall asleep, just repeat that as a lullaby. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? And you can actually modify this and use other words that you want to, like, isn't this amazing? Isn't this great? This is this is so amazing. This is so perfect. Whatever you want to do, repeat those phrases in your mind as you fall asleep, and then you impress the subconscious mind with that statement, and then your world will begin to shift and change to put you in a position where that is exactly what you are saying. Now, that was basically the concept for if you didn't have something specific in mind, right? But you can still utilize this if you know exactly what you want. And what you would want to do there is you figure out what it is that you want. What do you want? What do you want? Money? You want a business? You want health? You want relationships? What is it that you want? You put yourself in the state of having it. Now, with isn't it wonderful, it's more about the emotional response coupled with the phrases itself, right? So words themselves are creative, emotion itself is creative, but when we combine the two, it gives a more accurate manifestation. Each faculty of your imagination can create from that aspect itself, from that faculty itself, using thoughts, using emotions, using sensations like seeing, tasting, touching, hearing, remembering things. If you only did one of those, it would still create, but combining the two will create a more accurate depiction or replication of the thing that you want. So if you want something, what you want to do is figure out what it would feel like if it were true. What would you feel like if it were true? You can contemplate what it would feel like if it were true. Think of different times maybe where you've had an emotion that would be similar to the one you would have if you got your ultimate end goal. And while you are feeling this feeling, repeat to yourself, isn't it wonderful? Oftentimes repeating that to yourself will actually amplify that emotion within you. Now, emotion is a very simple way to impress your subconscious mind. Now, think of when you had maybe an embarrassing event or a traumatic event or something painful. Those experiences stick within our mind, right? Even PTSD, think for example, people completely reliving an experience. And it's because of an extreme emotional reaction, generally something having to do with thinking that it's life or death, but nevertheless, it doesn't have to be that extreme. When we have a great sensation, it is a very easy way to impress the subconscious mind. So by examining certain aspects of reality that you want, so you think now, if you, say an example would be if you wanted a bunch of money, but you don't really know what it would be like. Take a smaller example, maybe a little bit of money. What did you feel like when someone gave you $100? That probably felt really good, especially since it was for free. It was a gift, or any type of gift that you got from someone, something that felt amazing. Take that, grab onto that, really start playing that back in your mind and think, what did that feel like? And then once you can grab onto that, and sometimes you'll have to play that memory more and more, but eventually you can grab the feeling of that experience as if it was really happening again, but you can utilize that, take that and combine it with isn't it wonderful, and then start to switch your awareness to as if your end result was really true. So isn't it wonderful that I did this, or isn't it wonderful that I did this, is another way to simply impress your subconscious mind with something to manifest it as wonderfully. So that brings us into the context of clauses. So if you add a phrase to the end of isn't it wonderful, then what you're doing is you're specifying that the thing that you're manifesting brought wonderful results. Now, this is kind of synonymous with how I say I'm grateful that I received this. So when I write my list, and the list method manifests things by just simply listing them down as if you already had it. An example would be, I received a free cup of coffee. Someone had a dream about me. It rained for 5 minutes. I found a great opportunity in my business. So we take those statements and we write them down. Now, they will manifest, whether you imagine them or not, whether you feel them or not. This is one of the ways to prove that your words themselves, your inner words, are extremely powerful. But one of the clauses that I always add to my lists is, I'm grateful that, or I love that I received a free cup of coffee, or I'm grateful that I had this amazing business opportunity. And you can do this with anything at all. And the reason I do this is because when you imagine something, the replication of the thing that you've impressed on your subconscious mind will manifest out. So if I said to myself, if I imagined that I had a stack of money, or if I just used the inner words saying, I have $100,000, there are any number of ways that money will come to me, and there's any number of results that will happen after I receive that money, and there's a way that I will feel when I receive that money. But if I exclude feeling from that imaginal act, I will still get the money, but it can just be with any emotion. It could be something traumatic happening, something horrible happening, and I can receive that money. So when we add a clause such as, isn't it wonderful that I received $100,000? Isn't it wonderful that I married this person? Isn't it wonderful that I feel amazing, that I feel great, that I am fully healed from whatever? It adds a clause to the manifestation, so both of them combined create a seed from which a bridge of incidents will unfold and lead you to a time and place where you actually feel amazing. You feel wonderful that you received that manifestation. So there's many ways to spin this. There's many ways to use the isn't it wonderful technique. You can use it for general things if you don't know what you want. You can gear it towards a specific emotion if you want something but you don't know exactly how to imagine it. You can also use it as a clause exclaiming, isn't it wonderful I received this money? and you can combine that with imaginal acts or whatever you want to do. But ultimately, it's an extremely powerful, simple technique that you can use at any time, anywhere. Use it as a lullaby, use it in your visualizations, use it when you're writing things down, and watch the results in your world. Slowly but surely, or quickly, your world will begin to change to become a place that is wonderful to be in. And that is an amazing place to be. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. If it was, definitely click the like button.
All right, so that was Joseph Ally explaining the Isn't It Wonderful manifestation technique that Neville Goddard teaches in the book, The Law and the Promise, in chapter 7 on moods. And if you're not familiar with the story, Nikki, Mark, Deanne, Carmen, anybody who's out there watching this, even Lloyd, if you get a chance to watch this, I know you're in Ireland, Lloyd, but anybody who's watching this that's a part of our mastermind group, the story is there was a lady that went to she went to Neville Goddard's one of his lectures, and she heard somebody talking about this Isn't It Wonderful strategy. And she was 55 at the time. She had a car that was basically about ready to break down. She had no money. She had no I think she was in poor health too. She had a lot of different obstacles and all kinds of limitations. And she was overwhelmed with this feeling of, in order for me to get out of this rut, there's so many things that would need to manifest. I don't even know where to begin. So she had that feeling. And Neville Goddard said a change in feeling is a change in destiny. He said, feeling is the medium through which we impress the subconscious mind. So she started every single night before she fell asleep, in line with the book that The Feeling is the Secret, which is a Neville Goddard book. She started saying to herself over and over again, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? She kept repeating that inside of her head every single night. And she did that for about 2 months. And some person that she knew that just had moved to, New York a couple of months ago had ran into this person that she knew 25 years earlier. And they started having a conversation about her. And for some reason, this person that, she knew 25 years prior to the fact had become extremely wealthy, just started sending her checks, for like $2,500 a month. And this was back in the 60s. So, that was just, enormous, ridiculous amount of money. And she never really did figure out why, because the person never bothered to tell her. And one day she got this special fancy, legal thing that was sent to her. And all she had to do was sign it and, do a couple things. And basically this was going to be something that happened for life. She was just going to get these checks from this random guy, for the rest of her life. And that solved all of her stuck in a rut stuff that she was experiencing. And it really created some serious, feelings of, isn't it wonderful? Like, I don't have to worry about all these things that were bogging me down. So it's a really fantastic story. And I really love the way Joseph Ally explains this technique even more. He does such a wonderful job explaining that, we don't just have to every single night before we go to sleep, just say, isn't it wonderful? We can say, isn't it wonderful that, I am, making $150,000 every single year doing what I love to do. Isn't it wonderful? Like, we can put anything on the end of that. Isn't it wonderful? And not only are we applying, the methodology of Bob Proctor, the methodology of, Earl Nightingale, Neville Goddard, but we're also applying Hawaiian spirituality or Huna wisdom. So I have this right in front of me, and I know you can't look at this, Nikki, because you're driving, and that's fine. I'm just going to explain this worksheet. Anybody who's watching on YouTube, please take the time to go through this worksheet. You don't have to actually have the worksheet, but if you want to, you can just go to that YouTube video that I referenced, and you can click on a link, sign up for his little email thing. He'll send you the link to this Isn't It Wonderful manifestation technique. And so here's the thing. It's broke up into the 3 sections. The first thing, Ellie, please, recording this. This is going to be on YouTube. So the first thing is you list 5 things that you wish to manifest. Just 5 things that are something that you want to manifest, something very specific. Maybe it's you. I mean, I know that you're doing the Bob Proctor consulting. Maybe you want to have, so many clients that, that you're fully booked every single, week with paying customers or clients for your Bob Proctor business, your consulting business, anything that you wish to manifest, list it under the 5 things. Then the second part of this, isn't it wonderful manifestation worksheet is think of what it would feel like if you already had it. Think back to their experiences of life, memories, which produce similar feelings to that which you desire now. So Neville Goddard said a change in feeling is a change in destiny. And the Huna wisdom says now is the moment of power. All of the power in the universe is within you right now. And it's going to respond to your thoughts. Whatever you think is what is going to happen in this world. That is how the world's going to create itself and manifest itself right before your very eyes. So now each one of those things, those 5 things, write down how it would feel if you had that thing right this very second, because it's the exact opposite of how you're feeling about it right now. If that thing that you want to manifest isn't here in this physical reality right this second, it doesn't usually give you a good feeling. In fact, Richard Bliss Brooke, who wrote The 4-Year Career, said that goals are actually negative affirmations, and they make us feel bad about ourselves sometimes, which is really unusual because they're so powerful and life transforming. But ultimately, the more we look at our goals sometimes, the more we're negatively affirming that I don't have that thing that I desire. So the last thing, my friends, is write down your desires in the tense of already having them, but start them off with, isn't it wonderful that? Isn't it wonderful that I am making $150,000, $200,000 every single year now doing what I love to do? Isn't it wonderful? You put that thought, that feeling into your subconscious mind every single night. And I don't know if you've had a chance, Nikki, but if you listen to The Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard, listen to that 2 or 3 times. That in conjunction with Earl Nightingale's The Secret or The Strangest Secret, those 2 things really touch on two worlds of limitless power. One of them being Earl Nightingale talking about we become what we think about, and Neville Goddard explaining how, a change in feeling is a change in destiny. Literally, once you've impressed that feeling upon your subconscious mind right before you fall asleep, you've literally changed your entire destiny. It's absolutely fascinating. But so now you're going to write down every single one of those desires in the tense of already have them, but starting them off with, isn't it wonderful that XYZ happened? Or anything that you want. But this is the worksheet. This is going to be available on YouTube. So if you need to look at this later, just fast forward to this section, Nikki, so you can make sure you have this worksheet and take advantage of this. We are going to end today's mastermind meeting the way we've been ending most of them. We're going to do some Huna magic. We're going to make some miracles happen. We're going to make some Huna magic happen through an ancient Hawaiian spiritual practice. And so I'm going to just give you a brief overview of this, Nikki, anybody who's watching, and we're going to explain how this works. So aloha is a magic formula for joy. So this is what aloha means in Hawaii. Alo means to share an experience. So right now, I'm sharing experience with Nikki, and anybody who's watching this on YouTube. It could be hundreds of thousands of people. It could be millions of people. I don't know how many people are going to watch this, but we're sharing experience right now, my friends. And oha means affection or joy, and and the ha translates as breath or life force. So to Hawaiians, aloha is the connective and cooperative experience, one in which sharing the energy of life with another is the formula for joy. So that is what we are bringing to this mastermind today. So we're going to do this aloha practice today, and it's called Blessing What You Want. So in the book, The Shaman's Mind by Jonathan Hammond, he says this. He says, one of the most profound and transformative Huna practices is blessing, which is the cornerstone practice in the Kahili tradition. The instructions are quite simple. You are to affirm, compliment, praise, admire, show gratitude to, or bless anything that comes into your awareness that is exactly what you want, or even just symbolic of it. So we're going to bless some things here to end this meeting, and we're going to create some Huna magic. So I'm going to start my slideshow again because I had it on the worksheet. I'm getting to my blessing. So the whole concept is anybody who has what you want, we are sending blessings to those people. So the first thing, I have a picture of the earth, and depending on what your belief systems are, you don't have to use the word God, but I use the word God. God bless all the families on earth now. Please, God, send all of our love and all of our healing energy and all of the blessings that we could possibly send to all the families on earth. Send that out now. And this is the second one. This is a picture of Stella Island. It's this amazing resort in Greece. It's designed to mimic the Maldives, but it's an amazing place to take a vacation with your friends, your family, the people you love and care about. So I'm putting this out there. This is Huna magic. This is ancient Hawaiian spirituality. God bless all people everywhere that are enjoying wonderful vacations with their friends, with their family, with the people they love, because that's something I want in my life. And I'm sure anybody who's joining us here wants that in their own life. All right, this one is about money. So I got a picture of a bunch of money here. God bless the infinite wealth that comes to me easily, effortlessly, and endlessly now. So, all the people out there that are enjoying wealth, that are enjoying prosperity, that are being of service to humanity, doing what they love to do, we're sending out a blessing to all those people because they have what we want. We want to be of service to humanity. We want to do the thing that we love to do. And we want to help people and serve people and make this a better world. So this one, this quote from Bryant McGill, I love this. What if you haven't even scratched the surface yet? What if the best is still to come? Consider the possibility. And I love to consider that possibility because I think that's true for every one of us, that every single one of us has not even scratched the surface of our potential yet. So this blessing I'm sending out there is God bless all people everywhere that are manifesting a life beyond their wildest dreams now, because that's something I want for myself. I believe Nikki wants that. I'm sure Mark Newby wants that. Carmen, Deanne. This one, I love this one. So I got a picture of a person doing some pretty awesome yoga. Obviously, they're really fit and healthy. So God bless all people everywhere that are enjoying radiant health now. That's something I want in my own life. I'm sure everybody could attest that they want to experience radiant health every second of their lives. So God bless those people, no matter what they're doing. They've arrived at the destination that we all would like to be at ourselves, and bless them. This is one for people that are strong and powerful. God bless all people everywhere that are expressing unimaginable strength every day. Got a gentleman doing epic handstand. And then God bless the infinite goodness in all people and in the natural world. End this off. God bless all the beauty, tranquility, and nature in this universe. Paramhansa Yogananda said, look only for the good in everything, so you absorb the quality of beauty. Or maybe he was referring to the quality of nature itself. So you absorb that quality of infinite goodness and indescribable beauty that exists in nature all around us. And we're all a part of the natural world. We're all part of nature. It's within us. It's within every single atom of our being. And I hope everybody's enjoyed this today. I'm very excited to put this on YouTube. Another one here is God bless every cell in my body. God bless myself. And this is some Huna magic for you. You might appreciate this, Nikki, but this is something that Jonathan Hammond talked about and the shaman's life. He said it's extremely powerful and life transforming just to bless your life. And I've been studying this stuff for 5 years straight. And I thought that was a very profound and simple strategy just to bless your life. So God bless my life. God bless your life. God bless my family. And when I say that, I'm speaking to the human family as well. God bless the human family. God bless your family, Nikki. And God bless your dreams, my dreams, all of our dreams. And then I always end it off in this simple way. My favorite scripture in the Bible, if anybody's a fan of the Bible, is above all, love each other deeply. I got a picture of my daughter here, Isabella Ann Meyer, when she had a heart surgery at 6 months of age, and she's in a victory pose. It's one of the most epic pictures I've ever seen in my entire life. She's clearly one of the strongest human beings I've ever known in my life, and she's only 2.5. Also, a picture of Ellie Besnoff, my daughter, who's 9, in this picture. This is a quote that I always end our meetings off with by Steven Spielberg. You can be great just by being yourself. All the greatness in the universe, all the greatness that exists, it's not somewhere else. It's here. It's within each and every one of us. And these are pictures of my family here too, but this is Isabella Ann Meyer, Ethan Besnoff, Ellie Besnoff, and every one of them is being themselves. And there's greatness within that. There's true, epic, extraordinary, profound greatness in just being who you are. Charles Hannell, last quote, the law of attraction or the law of love, they are one and the same. So the more loving we become as human beings, the more we activate the irresistible force of the law of attraction in our lives. And I thank you so much for being here, Nikki. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for watching this on the YouTube channel. Please leave some comments under this YouTube video and share your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas, share your experiences. Just tell us what you think about the Isn't It Wonderful prayer by Neville Goddard, who, was clearly one of the great mystics of our time. He inspired Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer talked about him endlessly, like nonstop. And, Bob Proctor, I know Bob Proctor talks about him all the time. So yeah, he's clearly one of the great mystics of our time period. And he understood that this world is something that's created by our imagination. And the way to master this technology, which is prayer, is through our feelings. So isn't it wonderful, my friends? Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will be praying for each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And God bless you and your families.